Hi everybody, my name's Dennis Lindsay. I'm with Peak Real Estate here in Carson City. I'm a California and Nevada real estate broker with 38 years of experience. I have put together a short video explaining the buying process. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you've purchased in the past and just want to get caught up what's going on in today's world, we hope you enjoy this short video. I put together some of the top people in the industry, whether it's a lender, escrow officer, or any inspections that need to be done, so that you can get an understanding of what this buying process is about. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks very much. Okay, so we're here talking about financing. This is for the first-time home buyers. This is the first video of a series of videos we're going to be doing. I'm here at Guild Mortgage in Carson City with Kyle Rush, the loan officer.
Hi guys.
And I'm just going to go through the process. Kyle's going to go through the process of what it takes to start the home finance. Start the process of purchasing a home. So Kyle, I'm a first-time home buyer, and I'm a little nervous coming into your place because I don't know what to expect. Take it away. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dennis, nerves when you're a first-time buyer, absolutely justified. I mean, we're going to go through a lot of information, and I want you to understand that that process doesn't have to be as stressful as a lot of people make it out to be.
Okay.
I mean, the idea is that I want to help you plan and solve how we get you into a home so we can create wealth for your family and change you into a long-term buyer instead of a first-time buyer.
Okay, so I come in, we have an appointment. What do we
We'll
do?
sit down. We're going to look at a few major things. The biggest criteria that I'm going to analyze when we first meet has to do with your debt to income ratio. So what kind of money are you making? What kind of debt do you have?
Okay.
We're going to be looking at your credit scores. We're going to be talking about your employment, the continuity, consistency, and stability behind it. In other words, I've really got to prove that you've been stably working for 2 years. Doesn't mean you have to be with the same employer for 2 years. No, we can work with that, but I need you to have a pretty consistent work history for the last 2 years. We'll also talk about assets, savings, 401ks. So the best thing to prepare for meeting with the lender is to basically take your tax returns, your bank statements, and have a good idea of what your income is and where else you may have investments. And that's going to give me enough information to delineate which type of program works best.
Okay, so when I come out of here, will I have an idea? Let's assume my credit's good. Will I have an idea of what I can afford? What kind of
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my expectation when I meet with a client is to not only get the qualification completed so we know what your affordability is, but I want to create a level of education around the loan programs, because as you go through this process, you're going to meet coworkers, friends, family. They're all going to tell you what they did to get a home. And I think it's important to have enough confidence and a level of empowerment on the choice you made so that you don't second guess yourself at that point, because each client's different. And doing this for the last 20 years, that's one thing that I can absolutely vouch for is no two loans are the same. And so I try to create a high level of education, but I don't want that to sound intimidating either, because it's absolutely about a 10 to 15 minute initial process to go through those options.
Okay.
And then I need about an hour to figure it out from there, depending on yours or the hypothetical client's complexity.
What happens if I don't have a down payment or a large down payment?
There are programs to help with that. So we work with the USDA, which is 100% financing. We do loans through the Housing Authority, which provides down payment assistance for closing costs and down payment. We also work with the Housing Division out of Reno, so we have options for that.
Okay. What happens when we sit down and talk and you run my credit and it's just not that good?
Well, in reality, 70% of the clients we talk to aren't ready to buy the day I meet them, which means I've got to be good at planning. So I'm happy to go through that credit, tell you what you need to do to maximize those scores. If it's something where we've got to increase them to get eligibility, or do we need to increase them a little bit to get a better deal? Either way, we're happy to help figure that out and give you a defined plan on how to do it.
So when I leave here, and let's say my credit's good, and I leave here and you tell me I'm going to afford, let's say $300,000.
Absolutely.
Am I ready to pretty much go look at homes at that point?
Yeah, at that point, if you come in prepared with your paperwork and we're able to get that figured out, which happens the majority of the time, we're going to call Dennis Lindsay and get him out shopping.
Okay, well, good. That takes care of it for the loan process. We're going to see you on the contract process next. Hi, everybody. Again, Dennis Lindsay with Peak Real Estate. So this segment is when we get together, you as a first-time home buyer or a buyer that's been out of the real estate picture for a while, and we go over what happens in the offer process. So when we get together, you'll be given a book right here. It talks about all kinds of definitions, answers a lot of questions about the buying process. We'll go through that process. A lot of stuff to do when we go buy a home and close escrow. This is a document here that we will actually make the offer on. We're going to go through that in depth, everything on every page. We will talk about, you'll get a good understanding of what happens, when it happens, how it happens, and then at that point we'll be ready to get in the car and go out and look at property. This process is to make you as comfortable as we can, so when it's time to go out and look at homes, I'm going to say, do you like this home? And would you like me to begin the negotiations, which means we're going to fill this out. So hopefully that'll answer a few questions for you. This will be dropped off as soon as you call me and you say, I'd like to learn the process. I'll get that over to you at that point. Okay, so now that we have an accepted contract, what's next in the process? We open escrow. What's escrow? So we're here at Ty-Court Title with Dawn Cuellar, and she's going to tell us about the escrow process. Dawn, tell us about escrow, please.
Okay, escrow. We are a neutral third party that is basically processing the documents and information through to get us from the start to closing to the property is there, so we can deliver property. We issue title insurance. We collect all the invoices and pay bills as needed when we get to closing portion, and we work with the lender. The lender is the one that's going to be asking for documents to make sure title's clear. They're going to be sending us all the information so that we can get to the point to issue a closing statement, which is the breakdown of funds. When we get there, we know that the lender's ready. We will be working with them to get the loan documents signed. So the buyer comes in, we sit down, we go through the figures, we go through the documents, their note, which is their contract with their lender, the security instrument that's recorded, and all that good stuff to get to closing. Once the lender gets those documents back, they'll review them, go through their conditions, and when they're ready to fund, they'll send a wire to us. When we get the wire, we release to record after we've cleared title. We make sure before we release to record that we are in the position to issue title insurance.
Okay.
And title insurance, for the buyer's benefit, is clear marketable title. So we assure the buyer when they close escrow that they have all rights to that property and they have a clear marketable title. We clear any liens, any deeds of trust, anything like that, we clear for the buyer. Then once that's clear, we record. And that's when we get to call you and tell you that we have gone through the process, we have cleared everything, we've recorded with the county and the property, now you can deliver keys to the buyer.
Perfect. Anything else with it? That sounds like you pretty much covered it. Anyway, that's the escrow process, and that's when I call you up and give you your keys to your new home. Okay, so we're here with another segment. One of the things in buying a home that comes along with the purchase is the inspection process. So one of the inspections that we do is the pest control inspections. So I'm here with Greg of CAD Pest Control. Greg, tell us about the pest inspection.
Okay, the wood destroying pest inspection is a state of Nevada inspection that is administered by a pest control company, and we are looking for wood destroying organisms that are going to hurt the structure. So we look for termites, carpenter ants, wood destroying fungus, and conditions conducive to them being in the structure, which include improper ventilation for the crawl space in the attic space, earthwood contacts on the exterior of the home, any kind of water leaks that would be conducive to introducing moisture into the crawl space areas where it can grow into a wood destroying fungus to damage the wood.
Okay, and then what did you do a report?
Yeah, so the state of Nevada provides a single sheet report that we fill out. It shows a diagram of the home, like a footprint, and it can detail wherever there may be a problem. And then there's a description on the right side of the report that explains what is found at that point, and then the pertinent information as far as the owners and that.
Okay, great. Now, once the report's done, homeowner moves in, does CAD do other work for
Yeah,
homeowners?
so we're a standard pest control company, so we do insect control. We are licensed to do more than just the home. We do rodent control, we do insects, spiders, ants, and other insects. We do insects for the yard. We do yard and tree work, which include treating for aphids and box elder bugs and things that are going to chew on plants and that in the yard, which is kind of unique. Not a lot of companies do that these days. We do offer weed control and obviously pest inspection work, and also the work that's related to that. So termite control, carpenter ant control, wood destroying fungus treatments, and the like.
Perfect. Okay, well, that'll take you through the pest inspection and in this segment. Hi, so this is Dennis Lindsay again. We're here at a property, and we're going to be talking about what a home inspection is. One of many inspections that you as a buyer can get. I'm here with Frank Evans of Evans Inspection Service. So Frank, tell me a little bit about what the home inspection is about.
The home inspection is a very important part of purchasing a home, and I, as a home inspector, inspect the homes thoroughly, from the roof to all of the interior appliances to down into the crawl space. And what we look for on the roof are cracked tile, missing shingles, anything that will provide a leak for the home. And I look at the attics to make sure there are no dark areas that show previous water stains and potential mold in the roof. And then I look at the whole interior of the home. I check out all the appliances in the kitchens, from the stove to the sinks. I look at the plumbing for no leaks. Make sure everything is operating properly, like the microwave, the refrigerator, the ovens. And I go through the whole home, go through the bathrooms, check all of the plumbing in the bathrooms, make sure there are no leaks, make sure the plumbing is on tight, make sure the toilets are operating very well. And I also run all of the waters in the tubs, showers, and the sinks. And I run a lot of water through those initially. Then when I finish with the living room, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, then I go into the crawl space of the home, the little door and maybe on a closet floor, and I crawl down into the crawl space to make sure, and what I'm looking for in the crawl space is potential leakage. I told you I run all the waters in the kitchen and the toilets in the bathrooms, and I look to see if anything is leaking into the crawl space. If it is, that's potential for mildew, and we don't like that. So that's pretty much what we do. Then I look at the outside to make sure the outside is sound, the siding is on properly, no cuts in the siding. Make sure the siding is up off the ground 4 to 6 inches. And that's pretty much the home inspection. And my reports, I rate things as acceptable, marginal, and defective. Acceptable means it's operating properly. Marginal means like little cracks in the backsplashes. Maybe some water can get in there and gradually leak onto the framing to hurt the framing. And also defective in my reports means that issue that's either not working, it's against code, or it's a safety issue. So that's pretty much my
Okay.
my home inspection.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll give you an idea, you buyers out there, what a home inspection is and what it'll provide to you. So thanks very much, Frank, and we'll get to work here.
Great.
One of the final pieces of the puzzle when you purchase a home, you've gone through your lender, you've done your inspections, you negotiated a contract, and that whole process. Now it's time to protect your asset or your investment. So it's called a home warranty. I'm here with Annie Grogan from Fidelity National Home Warranty, and she's going to explain a little bit about what the home warranty is.
Hi, everybody. I have been with Fidelity for 20 years, just so you know, and I would never not have a home warranty on my house. So a home warranty is going to be a 1-year service contract that can help save you money on repairs, or if we can't do a repair, we'll do a replacement. And these things are on your major systems and appliances. So those things would include furnace, air conditioner, hot water heater, plumbing stoppages and leaks. Faucets are covered under some of the plans.
Okay.
All your appliances are covered under some plans. We can even cover your swimming pool or spa, septic, well pump. So there's quite a few add-ons to the base plans.
Okay, when does the buyer get that?
The buyer would be eligible to call us for claims the day escrow closes, when it records in their name. So once they're owner, they can call us to file claims. We are going to send a contract out to the homeowner about 2 weeks after closing. It's going to have their contract number, it'll have the property address, it's going to have the coverage that they requested. It's going to tell them they have up to 30 days past closing to change or add coverage. And it's going to give them a username and password, because if they want to enter our website, they can go in, check on tips for home ownership. They can file claims that way, ask any questions they want. So they can either call us or email us with all of that. But the contract will be mailed to the property address unless we're given an alternative mailing address 2 weeks after closing.
Okay. Now, has there ever been well, it probably has been a situation. Can you give us an example of, I'm a new homeowner, I move in, water heater goes out like a month after I move in?
So then the process is going to be for you to call the toll-free number we give you or go online. I personally would always call the toll-free number when an emergency occurs, because then you're getting immediate reaction from us. If you're emailing it in, it takes just a little while for us to process all of that. So I would call in. We will assign you to one of our technicians who will call you shortly, because we put a rush on these things. So they'll be calling you shortly to schedule that appointment, come out, take a look at it. There is a service fee you need to know about. It's $75. So whenever you file a claim, and it does not matter what plan they have, it'll be $75. If it's an appliance claim, we're going to want to know the brand name. On a hot water heater, we are going to ask you where it's located, if it's gas, if it's electric, all of that. Is it leaking? Have you shut it off? We take some of those little steps for safety with you when you call in, just to make sure everything is good until our technician gets there. When he gets there, he will diagnose it. He will call us to get authorization for us to do either a repair or a replacement. If it's leaking, usually that means it needs to be replaced. And then we authorize everything. He gets all the parts and then schedules to put a new one in for you. So it's a pretty simple process.
Is the home warranty like a year plan? And then after a year, then what can I do? Can I extend it?
Yes, you bet. Great question. Your contract's going to go for 1 full year, and then you're going to get renewal notices from us in the mail about 6 weeks before expiration. And that'll give you an opportunity to renew. At that point, you can add items to your contract or take things off. If we help fix your hot tub and you don't want that coverage anymore, you can always take it off that next year. So the only time you can make changes to the contract is within the first 30 days that you have it or at renewal. And I will want to add that our technicians are all licensed, insured, and bonded. We have been in the area for so long. Many of my technicians have been with us 20 years.
Wow.
And and they love working with us, and it's just a great program, and they're very familiar with the contract and how the warranty works.
Perfect. Well, I know I've been with you a long time. So thanks very much for this segment, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, everybody, that's it. We hope you enjoyed that short video. Now, if you're ready to take the next step, there is no obligation. There is no cost to you just to see if you can qualify for a home and what you can qualify for. If you're worried and have credit issues, there's ways to work that out, as that my expert Kyle Rush told you. So just give us a quick call, and you can locate me, Dennis Lindsay, at 530-318-2369. I really appreciate you taking the time to see the buying process. Bye for now.